Welcome to another episode of The Drive with me, Anna Augustina. Today's show promises to be educative and full of dialogue because I have a renowned bishop in the house. His name is Dr. Sam David. He's the father of herbs. I trust you want to see him. Let's get into the show as we learn from this great man of God. You are watching The Anna Show, as I said. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Official Nicole TV. We are going to be talking, and it will be educative. Come with me, and let's meet our guest for today, Bishop Dr. Sam David. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, Anna.
It's such an honor to have you on the show today.
Great to see you too.
I'm so happy.
We thank God.
You are such a great man with so much humility, and I'm really impressed.
Thank you.
All right. I have read a lot about you.
Okay.
The world might have seen you. But today on the drive, we want to get to know you more.
Okay.
So let's get into the discussion.
Right.
Who is Bishop Dr. Sam David?
Okay. Thank you very much, and God bless you, Anna.
You're welcome.
And then I greet all your viewers and listeners for hosting me on this big platform.
Sure.
Now, Bishop Sam David hail from Volta region,
Okay.
precisely Akachi. There is a suburb of Akachi called Lume, L-U-M-E, Lume,
Okay.
a very small village. That is where I'm coming from.
Okay.
So my father, they gave me Samuel as my name, and I was born on Saturday.
Okay.
Okay, so basically I'm called Kwame. Now, my father is married to 3 women. My mother happened to be the first one. So my side of my mother's side, we are 3 boys and 1 lady.
Okay.
The lady is the first one. Then I happen to be the last born.
Last born?
Yes.
Wow.
So I started school in primary there. There my brothers came for me to come to Accra here. So once upon a time I was in Accra, Mamobi,
Okay.
prison quarters. That is why I school sometime. And I feel that I was knowing more than even the seniors. So I should jump to JSS.
Okay.
But then I was in class 4. So I thought it wise to go back to Volta region and continue. But then I don't want to continue here where, by then I was young. A police will ask me
Exactly.
that, you haven't finished class 6, Form 1. Who asked you to come to this place?
That's right.
So, but Volta region is far from Accra.
Okay.
So I went to Volta region to start. Hopefully I finished school there. And then heckling back and forth, financial problem and the rest. You come and stay home for long and all that. And then today here I am doing the call of God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Let's go back to your title
Okay.
as a bishop
Okay.
and also as the father of heads.
Okay.
How did you come by this?
Okay. Now, it was given by God. And once it was given by God, people, they say the voice of the people is the voice of God.
That's right.
So people got to realize it. So they were giving me sort of names based on how I perform. Father of hairs, because they realized that a lot of people teaches about hair. Yes. But my style of teaching or my style of knowing cut across. I can teach about any natural stuff, not narrowing it to only herb. But I can teach of an animal, how you use animal for the glorification of God, how you use stone, how you use sand, how you use water. So people realize that, no, this teaching is beyond human imagination. It is only God that can give this one. So they say, I am the father of herbs. And truly to anybody that has been called by a mission, you have a goal or aim, or you are being mandated by God, who has given you a vision to carry on. So in my vision, I know one of the vision is that I will be African leader in terms of spirituality. So my God told me that Africa is on your shoulder, but they will not realize now that a future will come, Africa will realize. Now there will be a time Africa will build a monument, which will be a university, solely teaching about spiritual things, which I will be the chancellor in that place. So all these are vision God has exposed to me. So I am only in that line of going. That gives me that name. And how people come and then they take solution. And Anna, the more serious one is that my style of presentation is like this. I can teach you to do something which I don't even see you. You didn't even ask permission from me. Then you do it and then it works out.
Wow.
You see, and they are only simple things, and people don't understand, they cannot imagine. For example, recently I told people that anytime you are going somewhere in the midst of people, you want to be respected. You are going for your visa, you are going for an interview. Anywhere you are going, you want that thing to be achieved. Or somebody, you want to call somebody for an assistant. Instead of doing all kind of fasting, which is also good, but in this vein, you use saliva and then rub it on your navel. You know your navel?
Yeah.
Then you say that if that person or where you are going, they have their navel being caught or cut, then they should see favor in your face. It will never fail you. So who can teach this except God? So these are my style, and he gave me a name of African spiritual father, father of herbs, and the likes.
Wow. Wow. Okay. We are talking about two different dimensions here.
Right.
I know a bishop to be a clergy.
Okay.
Somebody who has been anointed to occupy the field of a bishop.
Great.
And then I know you also have people whom you teach,
Okay.
whom you lead in the
Okay.
way of the Lord.
Okay.
Let's take the herbal side.
Okay.
For me, it's a bit complicated.
Okay.
But if you can help us navigate,
Okay.
how are you able to blend these two offices together perfectly?
Okay.
Because I realize you also have a church and you have a solution center.
Exactly.
Or are they the same? Is the solution center the same as the church? I mean, how are you able to put these two together to be able to manage them so effectively and efficiently?
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody has a call.
Yeah.
So the Bible said there are fivefold ministry. So some are giving two, some are giving one. Those who are giving 2 or 3, they were given the capacity to handle and manage it. So that is how God has given me that capacity. Now, the Solution Center is basically about natural stuff.
Natural stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you come to the church, you are coming to learn about natural things. You are coming to study about God. How God wants us, our own, to solve our own situation. You understand that God has finished creation. The rest of creation are to be created by we, the individual. God is no more in the business of creation again. God is no more in the business of blessing again. We are to do it for that thing to bless us. So God has plotted it down, has fixed it down. So if you want to deploy that blessing, there are formula that you need to pass and get that blessings. Now, when somebody is sick,
Teach us.
Yes.
Yeah, we are learning.
Yes.
Yeah.
When somebody is sick, the gift, the only way you can climb a bishop is by knowing about spirituality in terms of nature.
Right.
Just that we don't know, based on how our doctrine were before. When they use anointing in the church, as a bishop or Roman Catholic bishop uses, it's a because Judges chapter 9 verse 9 talks about the olive tree, which means we have the olive oil from olive tree. So basically we are using herbs. The only difference is what it has been strained from the tree
and processed.
So basically, direct and indirectly, we are using it.
That's right.
Yes, so that is it. So I've been able to blend because I teach about that and I have that call. And God is so good. It is not like maybe hospital you come. It's a church. I will teach you. After that, I will give you the solution.
Okay.
And God has also given me that dynamism in the church that when it comes to touch the people to get healed, I have that gift. to get that prophecy, I have that gift. So God has added all that. Yes, because if you're a pastor, you don't have that, your people will have spiritual koshoko because they'll be eating one food every day.
I see.
You know, if I only come to give prophecy, then every day is about prophecy.
That's right.
Every day is about prophecy.
That's right.
There is no dynamism. So they will have spiritual koshoko. So here we blend all together.
Blend all together.
Yes.
That's interesting. So I want to bring my viewers. This is The Drive with me, Anna Augustina, and we are still talking to the ever top-notch Bishop Dr. Sam David. Keep watching, and I believe you will learn something great today. So let's continue, Bishop.
Yeah.
You have no formal education, am I right?
Yeah. It's like going to school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because from the startup, you said you had to quit schooling due to financial
issues. Yes.
Now, I've seen that you are very intelligent. And you have said that it's a natural gift from God to you to be able to connect divinity, spirituality, herbalism, and all of that together.
Great.
That's perfect. Do you have anybody in your family who, for once, is on the record to have had this special gift that you have?
Oh, yes. You know, my grandfather is called Bava.
Okay.
It's called Bava. Bava is our name. When you mention Bava, they give you appellation.
Okay.
Bava menota. Etato shi, etato jijimbi akosha weteto. Eteto ha jimbi akosha wetato. Which simply means that you cannot take two load on your head. You either put one down, one on top. And in marketing terrain, the top one want to be more expensive than the down one, and the down one want to be expensive than the tall one, the top one. That is how it is. So that happened to be a fetish priest. My grandfather, the one who directly gave birth to my father, a fetish priest. So who perform a lot of miracles, signs, and wonders. When your building is on fire, he comes to put in rattle, then the fire quench without any water, anything. Even right now, there are one woman, one man who is alive today, but they died and actually resurrect them. They are alive today, practical. So this man saw my pregnancy and then told my mother that this child will be a great man of God. In fact, he actually mentioned bishop. Because those times we have Roman church who they have bishops, so he said he'll be a bishop. So people make mockery of it because they thought, how can a fetish priest say somebody is becoming
a bishop?
Because a fetish priest and that line, they don't go together.
That's right.
But when my mother gave birth to me like this, then the life, everything began to transform. So Bava uses herb.
Okay.
Bava uses herb. And the father of Bava also uses herb.
Okay.
And Bava gave birth to my father, and my uncle, one of my uncle who is no more, also uses herb.
Wow.
So that one is in the family, but just that majority don't practice it.
Okay.
And it's like a spirit in the family. When you are getting married to, or when you are attracted to by the spirit, that is when the spirit uses you. So that was their time when Bava were using it. So my time like this, in the family per se, I am the only one that is using that nature that Bava also uses then.
Which is your your grandfather,
Yes.
your direct grandfather.
Exactly.
So you moved from your grandfather to your father,
to my uncle.
to your uncle.
My father couldn't practice it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, my father was a chief.
Okay.
He couldn't practice it like that. You know, there's two. So my father was saying, no, really there's two. So my uncle practiced it. And he died. Then it came to me.
It came to you. Are you a royal? Are you from the
Yes,
royal
yes,
family?
my father, yeah. I'm a prince.
So a time will come when you have to inherit the throne.
That one, you know, our throne is like, you cannot just inherit it like that.
Okay.
It has a spirit that when it chooses you,
Okay.
then you can be this. You can choose anybody at all that within the royal family.
Okay.
And truly too, I'm a liable candidate for that.
The throne.
Yes.
Heir apparent to the throne.
Yes, yes.
All right. Herbs are powerful in nature. I've heard stories about herbs
Okay.
where I've encountered a lot of herbalist, and through our conversation, I learned that certain herbs are very powerful.
Okay.
And before you can get access to such herbs, you need to do something, something more deeper and more spiritual. How are you able to communicate with these herbs? Tell us the spirituality, the in-depthness of these herbs that you use.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the clear picture. Yeah. It depends where you school and how you speak or how you behave.
Right.
So it depends where you learn your herb or which spirit is controlling you. That tells you how to operate. Now let's go back to our traditional arena. When you are using a spirit called dwarf, those times, dwarf will tell you how to go and plot a certain herb. Okay. Go and put a point here, do it like that. So when your child is there and is listening to that, when you know more, when he's about to plot that herb, even though he's not having that spirit, it's the same means he's going to use to plot that herb.
Sure.
That is how that person have learned it. Now, a herb, it has a spirit and it communicates. If you understand the herb, the language of the herb,
sure.
Today you can take coins to a herb, but tomorrow you might not take coins. They call it Chronos and Kairos.
For example, which herbs can you plug with?
Okay, Cedar Akura. Let's say Cedar Akura. Okay. That is Obrania Tuata.
Okay.
Okay. Now, that herb you can go today, and when he speaks to you, he said, give me condo powder before you plot it. But tomorrow you might not give it condo powder but coins, depending on what you are using it for.
Oh, okay.
So you cannot narrow it that, okay, this is the ritual you need to do it for it. You cannot narrow it. Sometimes you don't even need to do any ritual at all.
Okay.
Depending on what you are using it for. Okay, so for example, when somebody, you've lent money to somebody and he refuses to pay you or something, and you go to Cedar Akura, you don't need to go there with coins, you don't need to go there with condo, but you need to go there with water.
Okay.
That is that area. But in some situation, you need to go there with coin. Maybe you want to plot it for car accident, to prevent you from car accident. That is why you need to go with coin. So it is true that you need to perform ritual. You need to respect the herbs, but depending on what you are doing it for. Except that maybe that person didn't understand the language of herbs. That is why every day he gives it coin to plot. Give it coin to plot. In that case, some solution will solve, some will not solve.
Work. Okay,
yes.
I see. Okay. Going back into the calling of becoming a doctor, which is in herbalism, using the herbs to heal illnesses and all of that.
Okay.
Did you have any fears? I know it's hereditary from your grandfather to your uncle and to you, but do you have any fears? Sometimes, if you are going to work with these herbs, do you have any fears?
No, I don't have fears because I was told when things were not going well, I went back to my home to ask my mother why, and my mother told me stories behind my birth.
Okay.
Which she told me that she gave birth to 2. They died.
Okay.
Before I came, so they know I will die. And they have to build, those times they have to build and put powder. They said a marine spirit from the sea. That brought me. So if they don't do this kind of things, it's going to take me away. So already I know story around this. And if you go to the village, even anybody that said he's my enemy will tell you the truth about my story. Because my age mate, but then we were 10. When they gave birth to us, we were 10. And according to that time, circumcision, you have to be many before they call for the person who comes to circumcision to come and do it for you, not one.
Okay.
But when they came, they realized that as for me, my manhood was naturally circumcised already. They have not used knife for it.
How?
Yes. Which everybody knows. Yes.
It was already circumcised.
Yes. And they gave me a mark. And in fact, my mother they told me how my mother go to Apa. When they say Apa, like to go and do work before you get money.
Paid.
And ever since he gave birth to me, that thing ceased. Then my father too became a director in ITTU.
It means you came with so much blessing.
Are you getting me? So they told me this. So things were not moving well. And it got to some time, I decided I don't like church because of the environment I'm coming from. I don't like issue of pastor work. If I see, because they have poisoned our mind.
Yeah.
The way I heard from, that every pastor who speaks tongues or do this thing is a spirit.
Yeah.
So if I see pastor, I say, oh, Masa, you stop this thing. But people stop car at the roadside and say, prophet, help me. I say, I don't see anything. No. They say, help me. And you know, when I came to Accra, by then alongside I want to play football.
That's right.
So I used to do training at Tetekoshi, thereabout. So in the night when my brother's wife cook, we have to go out to drinking spot to go and take some alcohol before we come and eat. So anytime we go, the one who is selling will say that, Mr. Peter, stop bringing this your brother here. I say, you don't want me to take some. We'll go to another place, the same thing. So we go to some time, we have to buy a bottle, come and put in our room. Because people don't want to give it to me. They say, I'm a man of God.
Wow.
Meanwhile, I don't go to church. Then you go to some time, then I say, no, I have to start going to church and see what they are saying. Okay. The moment I enter church, the first church was Narrow Gate, around Kisema, village area. The first time I went, then they said they are choosing youth president. And then they chose me as a youth president.
Wow.
Then I begin to learn songs, gospel song like that, sing. People praise me, then I am happy. Then I started not knowing God is really moving me small. Then I said, I have to go to Bible school and see what is going on there. And I went. And I realized that people are suffering. The solution is not being given. And I know idea about these herbs. But they said that the herbs is bad. Then I begin to do research myself. Then I realized that I first discovered Revelation 22 verse 2. Okay. That says that herbs, you can eat the food, but when the nation is sick, use the herb to cure it. Then I realized, no, our people are being deceived. Then I started, and I came here. There is a school here, this town, called Blue Ribbon. Okay. I went there. The person was having stomach ache from morning till evening. He said, I want to die. The stomach is too much. I want to die. All the medication couldn't cure it. Then I went to the bush. I plucked a herb. I put it in my mouth. I told him to lie down. I put my leg toe into the navel. Once I drink the water, the stomach left. So they say, they didn't take the medicine. I took the medicine myself. They say, hey, I been here.
Anyways, viewers, we are still on the drive. It's getting really interesting, and we are learning with Bishop Dr. Sam David. Yeah. So we are still talking about herbs, how he became the father of herbs. He's been talking. And Bishop, this is really, you know, I'm learning a lot from you.
Yeah.
And I believe our viewers are also learning from you today.
Sure.
You will come on the show again and you tell us more about the office of a herbalist.
Okay.
Now, I want us to talk about this. I asked you how you were able to navigate your way through being a bishop and also being a herbalist.
Exactly.
Now, I know for one reason or the other, you might have encountered certain challenges in your field. Tell us, what were these challenges and how were you able to overcome them?
Number one challenge is sometimes you may have the gifts, but you need somebody to support you, to nurture that gift to come on. That is the first challenge. And I don't have anybody from my entire village to be a pastor. So nobody is ready to support you. Everybody is criticizing you. That why do you want to be a pastor? You tell them that this is your gift, but they refuse. They say no. That is the first challenge. Even your own mother, your own brothers, sisters will be against you. Wow. That is the first challenge. It's a critical issue, having your family. Okay? But I know that after the success, they will all come and enjoy. That is what keeps on moving. But after the success, they will come. And today, my family is happy with me. My brothers, my mom, everybody, because I become the figure and the pillar in the family. That is what I believe. So it's one of the major challenge. And it got to some time, I still need somebody, you see.
Yeah.
So I just need a woman to marry at that moment. Me who I don't have. But I need a woman to marry. If I need somebody to say that you make it. You make it.
Encourage
I just need somebody.
Yeah.
Because everybody is against. So I just need somebody who understands my vision and my talent.
Wow.
That is when I came back, I saw my wife, who always tell me, you make it, do it. So the first time I would go to information center to announce, I waked up and she encouraged me.
Okay.
You get it? So I encountered that challenges. Even before I became a bishop, I started a secondary school, private secondary school at Kasua Brata.
Okay.
That one was another challenge because I was teaching in a school where I got money to open this school. So another teacher reported me that I've opened a secondary school and I have to be treated anyhow and leave that school. In 2016, free education entered and the school also collapsed. I started a poultry farm and the whole lot just because of the call. You see, so seriously, the bigger challenge is somebody out there has a certain talent which need to go. But even the friend will not believe him. But one thing you need to keep in mind that no, after it has happened, they will join now. Yes,
When
and
they
we
see-
should
when
keep
they
on.
see the success.
We should keep on pushing.
You should keep on pushing.
Yes.
How do people regard you?
Currently,
Do they fear you? Are they afraid to come close to you?
yes, a lot. I think 95% when they see me on telly, they are scared. Even when they are coming. But the moment they enter my office or I preach, then they come and say, this man, you are so friendly.
Nice.
Yeah. So they go and they want to come back again.
Wow.
Yeah, but on TV, what I teach projects me like that.
Deep.
Yeah,
It's deep.
that is it.
All right. I have 3 more questions for you
Okay.
before we leave the show.
Okay.
Now, what do you believe is the most pressing health issue in our country and in the nation as a whole?
Okay. Number 1, cancer. You're asking me like disease, right?
Pressing, yes, diseases.
Cancer has been killing people. Number 2, and when you go to hospital, no cure. Then epilepsy, that one to management, no cure. Then you have majority diabetes.
Okay.
Then apart from that, poverty is also another sickness on its own.
So poverty is actually an illness.
It's an illness, yes.
Tell me more.
It's total sickness. Poverty is another one that is killing a lot of people. Then the last one is favor, lack of favor. Will make you be rejected in any places, will not be accepted in any cases, and like that. Even to sit on tele to speak for people to believe and come has to do with favor.
Okay.
Yes. So those are the major things worrying people now.
Okay.
Yes.
What about pressure? Blood pressure?
Yes, it's also part.
Okay.
Blood pressure is also part.
Okay.
Blood pressure is also part. And then excuse my language, but some of my colleagues, pastors, are also part, giving blood pressure to people. The way they give it is that people come to church with the hope to their burden to be released. But at the end of the day, they end up helping the pastor rather than pastor solving their problem. So the pressure go up the more, and people are discouraged in Christianity.
They don't even want to go to church anymore.
Yes, a lot. Yes, they are discouraged because they have gone to so many churches. They realize that no power, no God. Let me just stay home. Yes, and you see, there is God. There is, but that's why I said from my first submission that there is God, but He has stopped creation. He gave us human the license, name everything I created, recreate it, do it yourself now.
Okay.
So if you don't use the natural thing to help yourself out, and you are believing God that God is coming to, oh, I'm sorry.
So sorry.
Yes.
We are sorry. Solutions for all these sicknesses or illnesses that you've mentioned so far.
Sure, God.
At your solution center.
Yes, yes. That is why it's called Solution Center. And then, seriously, if you go through my profile, you can get testimonies upon testimony. Those who are not even coming to me, just listening to me, do this and do this solution, you get this. They are saying, what of those who are coming to me? So those solutions, they are made available. And they say, so if you come to the church, you will see how the members are telling you that this church is good or not. If I say that poverty is a disease, tells you that anybody that comes to my church right now, even now my car park is full, I need to create another place.
Wow.
Yes. It tells you that no, there is power somewhere and there is God somewhere.
So how can somebody obtain favor?
Okay, so that's, I just mentioned about the saliva one.
Okay.
Then number 2 is anytime you're going out. The moment you wake up, brush your teeth, I am going out. The dress you wear, inside back, you need to spit inside. Then you wear it. My dear, you will be shocked.
Wow. You mean I should just pick up my clothes and speak to the back?
Not inside.
Inside?
Yeah, back.
Okay.
Inside back.
Okay.
And then wear it. That's all. So this is an example. Me, I like testing. Because Thomas made us have our faith. Because he doubted Jesus.
Thomas.
Yes. And he was able to put his hand. So we know truly Jesus died and resurrected. So if 2 sisters are in a room, or you can wake up one day, somebody should pray. Then you do your small prayer and do the spitting. 2 of you go to the same place and see who will have favor.
Okay.
That will tell you that what I just taught now is not by juju, but it's nature. Because if it is juju, I have to do it for you. You will not do it for you to get this thing. This is the whole secret.
Wow.
So those and many more, those are the many more that give favor.
Okay.
But seriously, some pastors know, some bishops know, but they will not teach you because they say acquire and strenura. So when they teach you, you begin to dig more. You will not come under their feet. But my goal is to make people the fishers of men. They can stand on their own. That is my call.
That's your calling. All right. So now, how many people? I mean, capacity. Church followers, church members. Do you have? Can you tell us?
I will not be able because there are so many. Ghana, there are so many here. But when you go to outside, there are even more than
And they come
Africa.
to church every time?
They every Wednesday, Sunday. Wednesday, Sunday. Even Sunday we have overflow. Wednesday is for prayers. Sunday is for atmosphere of miracle. And a lot of people come. Even people from US, every day we have people from outside country visiting us. Who booked guest house here? Just this hotel here. Yes, every day.
Wow.
Every day. Tomorrow you will see somebody. Another time too you will see somebody coming from outside.
Because
as
you're
for
giving a solution.
yes, as for outside, they know me plenty.
That's impressive. And that's inspiring.
Thank you.
Listening to you on air,
Yeah.
you showed us how we can use onions
Okay.
to silence our enemies.
Great.
I want to know more about that.
Okay, before I get that, I'm just clearing the stand of Christianity nowadays.
Good.
Because Christianity, the way we understand, anything new is evil. Anything we don't know about before is evil. Okay, when you go to fetish place or shrine, those times, he can take onion and inject it with nails or pin. But before he inject it, he makes you bring fowl. Fowl. You cut the leg of the female fowl, pour it on the onion. Then you kill the male. They will cook jempela for people to eat. Then the female fowl, he leaves it there. The idea of the fetish priest is to produce for them to get money.
Okay.
Now, the fetish priest has a lot of wives, so they need more food. So when you bring male one, they will kill it for everybody, the children to eat. They are plenty. So there is nothing in that thing you brought. It is just a mirage for you to see that the God needs so and so.
Okay.
Are you getting the idea?
Yeah.
Now, after that, they do certain things for you to before that. But the thing is the onion. You don't need to spit any blood on it. Your own onion in kitchen, which everybody eats, unless you don't eat onion and it will not give it to you. Now, onion is coming from garlic family. It has a spiritual connotation. If help speaks to you, you know that onion does a lot of works. Now, 50 things in terms of numerology, 50 stands for defeating of the enemy. Those to study about numerology.
Okay.
That's why you take 50 pins. You pin the onion. You say anybody. You don't mention anybody, but anybody standing on your success. After you pin this one, it should backfire the person.
Okay.
Once you do that and put it down for a number of days, waiting for the person to eat onion for 7 days, then you get the person.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So somebody will say, why do you do that? Would the pastor do that? Want to kill or destroy somebody? Okay, so the churches that we pray, me bomb in semuna, me bomb paya, atamfo biara wa me ncheno, we sisi ano. That one there is good. Die by fire. That one there is good. It's well accepted. But this one there is not accepted. So that is it.
Powerful.
So the onion actually worked. And Bishop Sam David is the one that is called nowadays to reveal that mystery. Yeah.
Good one. All right. Last but one. Take us through your usual process of healing an illness. For example, blood pressure, which is common among us, from the adult to the old man, the old woman, to even the baby.
Okay.
Take us through the process.
Okay, so it's very simple. If you come to me to do it for you, I will do it.
Okay.
But for the sake of your viewers, for them to believe, I am just teaching this one, you do it. Me, that is my work.
Okay.
You do it, you believe, you come.
Okay.
Because if I talk too much, it may be like bragging.
That's right.
The people talk more than me and they went, nothing happened. So me, my own is blood pressure. They're the same onion. The same onion.
Yes.
You know the skin that we throw away. Cook that one like 1 gallon. Cook it like 1 gallon. Then every morning you drink big disposable cup. Afternoon, evening. Do it for 5 days. Go and check your pressure. It will reduce drastically. If it is spiritual, we have spiritual blood pressure. Then the same onion that you cook, get another skin again, put it in a pot, make it to be black powder. Then you insert your body with it, cut your body with blade a little, put it inside. Before you be drinking, the two together, you go.
Great man, say that again.
Yes.
Please, can you repeat it?
The skin of the onion.
Okay.
If it is spiritual one pressure, as you are drinking it, then the skin, get another skin, put it in a clay pot on fire so that you obtain black powder out of it. After the black powder, get a blade, cut yourself small 1, 3. Then you put it inside, here 2, 3.
Any part of the body? Here.
On the wrist.
Ankle. Okay.
Then you put it there like that. Before you be drinking, it will go.
Okay, on the wrist.
Yes.
Okay. So that's how to cure the spiritual
blood pressure. Yes. And God has given other solutions, but this one will help.
Okay. I asked you about difficulties in your field.
Okay.
What are the possibilities also in your field?
Okay.
Positivity, possibilities in your field. Some people are scared to become like you. They have the passion, but they are scared to become, because they will get criticized, a lot of backlashes here and there. What is the possibility that somebody can become like you? Yes. Either they are born with a gift or not.
Okay.
What's the possibility for them? And what can they initiate? How can they initiate it?
If you are not born with it, Apostle Paul said, desire for the gift of prophecy. So you can desire for it. It's also the same thing. Now, if you're born with it, everybody must have a father to make it very easy. So if you have a father, that father will encourage you in terms of needs.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my style of gifts, that fatherhood is not there. But God has been my strength to be there for people. So I am the starter. So you can see that even now other people are teaching similar things. They are now picking from me. Yes. So if you are following my style, then it's better I can be your father to encourage you in terms of needs and nurture you.
Good.
That is one. Number two, nobody should get afraid. Only if you are called by God. Don't be afraid, because criticism, every field there is criticism.
That's right.
But you just have to be there with the truth. Once you are there with truth, simple. My father usually tells me that if you lie in the morning, in the evening, it's waiting for you. But if you tell the truth, you are free anytime. So the truthfulness is redeemed. That is all. If you are truthful, who is going to criticize you? Criticism is there. They criticize politicians. They criticize actors and actresses.
That's right.
The footballers, the nurses and the
They
teachers.
also criticize us. We are on the show.
Yes.
They also do it.
Yes. So that one,
Everywhere.
it's not. And criticism should strengthen you. Criticism should strengthen you more. Okay.
Inspire you to do more.
Inspire
for
you to
yourself.
do more. If you are not strong to take criticism, then do not listen to it at all. For me, I don't listen to criticism, and I don't read comment. When I read comment and I know your name, you are doomed, because my heart don't permit that one. So if you give me a comment which you don't know me, and you have comment, I will let you face the wrath of God. So because of that, I don't want to be going that way, so I don't read comment at all.
Okay.
You get me?
Sure.
Yeah, that is it.
That is it. All right. Like I said, we'll give you more time to come on the show and teach us more.
Sure.
Because I know you have so much inside of you that you
lot.
would love to share with
A
us.
lot.
Before we leave, I would like you to tell me, where do you wish to see yourself in the next 5 years? I know you're all over the place.
Yeah.
Abroad, local,
Yeah.
international,
Yeah.
you're all over.
Yeah.
And where exactly do you wish to see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I want Ghana to have spiritual courts where spiritual cases will be treated there, which I will be, if I am not, which I am probably going to be the judge, spiritual judge there. Are you
Said it
getting
in
me?
the beginning.
Yeah, that one is the school.
The school.
The monument.
Yeah.
This one is the court.
Okay.
Spiritual court. Somebody say I'm a
Like
witch.
how we have the court, the normal court.
The normal
legal
court.
side.
When you go, maybe they say that this is spiritual thing they cannot handle. Then it comes to the spiritual court.
Oh, okay.
So I want next 5 years, Ghana will have that one,
Okay.
which I will be as presiding judge there. Okay. In the next 5 years, I'll be more known.
That's right.
I will be more known, and I will solve a lot of issues. In the next 5 years, my church will have a lot, yes.
There'll be extra overflow.
Yes, extra overflow. and my church will be spreading across.
Wow.
And a lot of people will have, just as they're having now, me, I just want them to believe there is God, their solution can be solved, and it is solved, and poverty will be eradicated somehow. That is my target. Yeah, so in the next 5 years, that should be done.
That's powerful, and that's a call to action.
Yeah.
So now tell us, how do we find you?
Okay, I am in Accra,
Okay.
Samsam Junction. It's between Amasaman and then Nsawam, Samsam Junction. Once you get to Samsam Junction, just ask the motor riders. You are going to Solution Center in Heber Church. You are there. If it is Sunday and you find yourself in Circle around 6 to 7,
Okay.
my bus too is even there, picking people to the church free of charge.
Fantastic.
Sunday and Wednesday again, even the junction here, my small cars are there.
Okay.
they're bringing people to the the church places. So I am found in Accra, Samsam Junction. Yes, Samsam Junction.
Okay.
Yeah, for now. We are trying to have ultra modern church facility at a place where we are starting that project. So until then, when we finish, I will announce the place.
Okay.
Yeah, because that place is becoming too small for us.
Wow. I see.
Yeah.
So give us your contact numbers for people who have problems, illnesses that they wish to contact you.
Okay.
For help.
Okay, thank you. My number is 0591 659 608. 0591 659 608. And then when you contact me, maybe where is your direction? When are you working? I don't like showing people on phone or teaching them on phone.
Okay.
Except maybe I've come to show like this. But apart from that, a lot of people, so I can't teach them all unless you come. A good teacher cannot teach a best student at home unless they together come.
That's right. Okay, so your social handles?
Okay, it's Bishop Sam David TV on YouTube. Bishop Sam David TV on YouTube and any other channel. And then Sam is spelled S-A-E-M, S-A-A-M. And more serious note, other people have created handles using my name. So for now, as we are speaking, I think I have about 37 subscribers.
Okay.
So their subscribers are down, but my own is very high. So if you go, you can see current video uploading there. Okay. Bishop Sam David TV. Bishop Sam David TV. There you can subscribe and then enjoy.
Okay. I'll take your final words.
Okay.
To the general public, when it comes to spirituality and herbalism.
Okay.
Just share with us.
My final word is very simple. Don't get deceived. Let your intuition, your spirit, show you the way. But when, any time, you keep on pushing and it's very hard, know that you get closer to the solution. May God bless us all.
May God bless us all indeed.
Amen.
All right. I wanted to give you a chance to say hi to a few people that you know.
Okay.
Maybe they are your supporters in the ministry. You can just say hi to them.
Oh, okay. I cannot do without the Solution Center and Herbal Church. So anybody that is connected to Bishop Sam David and Solution Center and Herbal Church, Baba Zuzu family, I extend my warm greeting to you all.
Thank you. I'm so happy to have you today. It's so inspiring talking to you. And I know you will be back on the show again to tell us more, to teach us, to educate, and to, open up more about the spiritual, side for us to learn. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you too.
And
God bless you.
You are so amazing.
Thank you.
All right. So we've been talking to the top-notch herbalist. He's also a bishop, occupying a major office in his field. We've shared a lot, we've learned a lot. I believe that you will contact him when you have a problem. He's ready to hear you and to give you a solution. This is where we end our discussion for today on The Drive with me, Anna Augustina. Catch you up again on our next episode, and we are out. Bye.